I don't know what's going on around. So many people here. I don't recall there being so many people on the street. I think what we're hearing here in the background is some kind of demonstration, which just started as soon as I pressed record. Out here is this band playing. This is amazing. It's these older people there playing. I can't remember what it's called in English. Special kind of music. It's amazing. They're dressed up and everything. Over here was some guy with a radio playing super loud. I was actually planning on doing this video completely different and in a different location also. There is this beautiful bakery kind of cafe place. I was there yesterday. I was like, I'm gonna go there, do a little talk, show you the place. It was completely packed with people. All the streets around here has been completely packed with people. I don't know why. If it's because at the summertime people didn't like to be out in the sun and the heat, or like all of Korea just decided to come here. That's the noise. Okay, it is right now actually not that cold because there is a little bit of sun and all that, but in general it is like super cold here. And I knew it when I bought the tickets to go here that it will be cold. And I said to myself, oh, this is gonna be a test for me if I can manage to be in a cold country again. And the answer is, I can manage, but it's not fun. Not fun at all. The room I'm staying in is the same as it's so loud, this room. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. They are a bit further away now, which makes it a little bit more manageable to speak. The room I'm in is the same as the one I was in last time. And last time there was a small electric heater. Of course didn't use because it was the summer. It's not there anymore and I need it. Like it's freezing cold in there. So what I'm gonna do later on today is to find a small heater, just a tiny one, to heat up that small little room so it's not at least freezing cold in there. And it's gonna be even colder next week. And I'm struggling now already. Okay, let's start all the way from the end. Why am I in Korea again? Why did I choose to go to a cold country when I'm not a cold weather kind of guy? Like everything under 25 for me is kind of cold. I needed to go to a country in between Thailand and the next destination, which is gonna be in the end of the year. And if you watch my videos, you will know a little bit that I've been struggling with health in the past few months. It's way better now. And because of that, and it's been way more than you actually seen, I also needed to have like a kind of recovery thing. So because I've not been able to run and walk around and exercise and anything for 4 months basically, my shape is like all the way to drain. I lost a lot of muscles. So part of me being here is try to recover and get in shape again. So the last few days I've been running every day and my plan is to run as close to every day as possible, do all kinds of exercise, just get everything up and running like properly again. I want to be in as close to top shape as is possible when you're traveling around. The other thing is I've been staying at hostels non-stop for 4 or 5 months. And the place I'm staying now is my tiny little own apartment, my own shower, my own toilet, my own little room, which makes a huge difference, especially when you're close to 40 as I am. I love staying at the hostels, but people are just, a lot of people think they're the only person in the world. Like if everybody just was quiet, not threw up in the shower without cleaning, not spitting on the floor when they're taking a shit, then it would be no problem staying at hostels at all. But because a lot of people, I don't know, 25 to 10% of people don't care about all the people in hostels. Even if people are polite, it can sometimes be a little bit challenging because people have different like rhythm on when they sleep and all that, and a lot of people use alarm to wake up and all that, so your sleep is just not as good as when you're in like your own little space. So that was the other reason why I went here, to like have a break. I saw my place was available, it's cheap to stay there, I like staying there. The only struggle I have right now actually is the cold. And then there's so many people around. I was like, how am I supposed to be able to film around here in my newer style, which is gonna be even more newer style down the lane, which require me to set up the camera in multiple places. But when there's so many people around, it's not possible to do it. We will see if I'm gonna end up staying here for the full length, or if I'm gonna cut it short and leave earlier. Sitting here in the sun is actually quite nice, and I have like of course I could buy more winter kind of clothing also, but yeah. Again, this was also a test for me, at least that's what I'm saying now. I said it to myself when I ordered the ticket, this is gonna be a test, and I also said it to other people when I said like, I'm gonna go here, and people were like, but it's gonna be cold there, you don't like the cold. And I said, this is gonna be a test for me to see if it makes sense for me to travel in colder country, which it doesn't make sense. I think it only makes sense for me to go to a cold place where it's very compact and then have some kind of purpose, like visiting Greenland or something like that. It is amazing that I've been able to run for a few days in a row, and my shape is bad compared to where it was, but it's still okay, and I just start out slow. Of course I'm running in the red, but the distance is not as long as before. It's gonna go there. For the next few weeks I'm gonna run the same like shorter distance and then just keep on pushing, and then hopefully I'll go up. So my legs, especially yesterday, was a little bit, it was tough, but it worked out. So leaving Thailand was actually not as emotional that I thought it would be, but still, it kind of was a little bit emotional. And especially leaving the area with all the locals. One of the guys, a local guy, doesn't speak English. He have like a street kitchen thing. I never bought anything from him, but I said hi to him every day. When he realized I was leaving because I was with my suitcase, he came and shook my hand, which was like kind of a big moment for me, because I made that video about got accepted there. Also made the video about that they don't want my money, and all of that was like, and that handshake was a confirmation on that I was accepted by the locals. And that guy knew I was leaving, and I never bought anything from his shop because the food he is selling is too spicy for me, so I can't eat it. And that was really something special for him to come and say thank you like that. And my local friend that was there also to say bye was like, whoa, Mikkel is so popular here, because all of the staff from the hostel also just said bye, and that was an amazing experience. And I'm gonna be back soon again. And Thailand, especially that area in Bangkok, is a place I'm gonna visit like multiple times a year. Shorter, longer stays, depending on how everything goes and where in the world we are. The nice thing about that area is it's always summer. It's always summer there. So the weather is perfect for me. This time around, Thailand really and Bangkok really got under my skin. I don't really think I was hanging out with any foreigners this time around. I spoke to a few, but mostly I was hanging out with the local people, which was amazing. And I think that made a big difference on it for me, because I don't, and it's more and more, I would say, I don't really like hanging out with foreigners that's traveling. How to describe this, because we're just not on the same page. A lot of people are also a lot younger than me, and they're just traveling on a completely different manner than I am. Like, I'm just living out here now on the road, so to speak, which was something started for me actually when I came to Korea back in May. Was now that feeling on, now I'm just living like this. It is not a travel anymore. And also like crossing from Thailand to here, like it, of course I knew everything, and I even had the travel card and everything for the metro here, but it doesn't feel like I'm traveling to a new country. For me, it's like taking the bus from one end of Bangkok to the other end of Bangkok. And it's also, I'm getting so relaxed about traveling from country to country that I need to remind myself to check up on the rules and everything, because even though it's like a visa-free area for me, you still need to check if whatever rules applied and if you have to do any kind of application online before arriving and all that. So that is the main struggle for me, to remember to check up on stuff like that. Back on track. Foreigners. A lot of people are traveling and they want to see all kinds of stuff, and the first few weeks I was at the hostel in Bangkok, the staff would be, oh, this is happening, oh, you should go and see that. And then I was like, yeah, it's also great, but if you're living in your hometown, and I'm not saying Bangkok is my hometown, but if you're living in the same place always, you're not necessarily going to all the events or going to see like the same stuff all the time. I'm not quite sure if I'm making it like clear in the sense that I want to do it. And a lot of people are only traveling for a few weeks, a few months, and for me at least, after that half a year mark, everything changed completely for me. The first few months was traveling a lot, moving a lot around, and then stuff kind of started to slow down, and it was like a completely different thing. And what I want to do with my YouTube is also completely different than I did in the start. I'm super happy and also a little bit unhappy about this whole start of what I did, because I was actually planning on doing what I'm doing kind of now and what I'm planning on doing in the future, especially when I get the equipment that is a little bit more suited for this. I just ended up doing something else because I got some inspiration from some other people telling me about some stuff, and then I wanted to put out a lot of videos for my for my skill, and especially me as a host, like being better at speaking and being better at everything around it, which I pretty sure I would have learned also, but probably in a much slower rate have I done what I'm doing now from the start. So in that sense, it's amazing. It's just not really what I wanted to do in the first place. Completely sidetracked. In a week it's been a year, so I'm pretty sure next week's video or one of the videos to come will be around me thinking about like what have happened in this year. Back to Thailand. It grew a lot in my heart. Thailand, Bangkok, especially that area there, while I've been staying there, which I've been very happy about, because it was a little bit, you know what, I want to take a photo for the thumbnail here before the sun disappears. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So Thailand, definitely something I'm looking forward to be back in. Probably in springtime next year I'll be there. Of course it's always summer there, but like the European springtime. For a few weeks at least, it's gonna be a lot about recovery for me, getting in shape again. Is it getting darker now? There you go. I think the sun is like starting to get behind some trees over there. To get my head also up in shape and up and running again. I've always been using my head all the time. And this new life don't force me that much to use my brain. as I used to do. So either I have to like start doing some training, or I have to like do some stuff more that require me to like exercise my brain some more. Probably in the start until I figure out how to do it like on a regular basis. I have to just start doing some training for my brain also, which I did a lot when I was young also. And then my work situation as a sound engineer forced me into using my brain all the time in the highest gear, which is amazing when the brain is like running smooth as butter. But it's okay that it is like this now. It's just, it annoys me that it's like this. Everything's gonna be better, and it is already way better. It is better. I just want to improve on everything, and it's very important for me. Yeah, let's see what the next month and a bit is the plan right now to stay here. It's gonna bring hopefully a lot of sunny days like this where it's not too cold. I would say next week doesn't look promising at all, not at all, but that's how it is. And yeah, as I said many times in the video, this was also a test for me if it was anything for me to be in a cold country, and I can't do it. I'm sorry, I can't do it. Anyways, we're gonna stay here for a bit, and then I'll try and stay here the full length. I thought I had so much more to say, but it kind of just disappeared completely. I'm also want to try to get back on uploading twice a week again. The whole reason for only once a week has been the whole situation as it has been, right? For the last few months, like it was impossible for me to do more than 1 week. Like, and I even had to skip 1 week because I couldn't do it. But now I can, and hopefully before we're in Korea, I at least have like a bigger buffer than I have now. So I have a few videos already ready all the time. So it's not like this last minute thing that I've been doing for quite some time now. Not all the weeks has been like that, but some of the weeks has been like that. Hopefully up until twice a week again. I think that's gonna be it for today's video. I don't really feel like I've been saying what I wanted to say. Maybe my brain is all frozen still. I'm gonna go home, leave the camera, and then I'm gonna go and find a heater so I can get that room to be kind of warm, especially next week when it's gonna be really cold, right? So this was just a little update video, and then I actually got a coffee from another place, which I'm pretty sure is in my coffee video from here, and it made me think of, I think I want to do a coffee video here, and then hopefully I can go one day where that place I've just been to doesn't have that many people. Anyways, see you in the next one, and then yeah, this was an update video. I'm sorry, from the cold Korea, which is not that cold right now, but the sun is about to set, so yeah, see you in the next one. And then thank you for everything. Thank you.